the Zodiac Killer remains one of the most infamous and elusive figures in American criminal history. Active in Northern California between 1968 and 1969, this unidentified serial killer is known to have murdered at least 5 victims, leaving a trail of fear and speculation that resonates to this day. The Zodiac's gruesome activities began in December 1968 when he targeted young couples enjoying time together, a chilling reminder of the vulnerability that lurked beneath the surface of California's idyllic facade. His first confirmed victims were high school students, Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday, who were shot on December 20th, 1968, near Vallejo, California, a case that would set the stage for a series of brutal crimes. Just months later, on July 4th, 1969, the Zodiac struck again, this time claiming the lives of Darlene Ferrin and Michael Mageau, who were parked in a car at Lake Herman Road. The killer approached them, firing multiple shots, and left a scene that would haunt not just the families of the victims, but an entire community. Perhaps the most chilling aspect of the Zodiac's modus operandi was his ability to instill fear through communication as he began sending letters to local newspapers, taunting both the media and law enforcement. His correspondence, beginning in 1969, was marked by a distinctive symbol resembling the crosshairs of a gun sight, and often began with the now infamous phrase, "This is the Zodiac speaking." Each letter included cryptic messages and threats, detailing his murders and challenging authorities to catch him while simultaneously claiming more lives. The killer's need for attention and recognition through these letters showcased a psychological profile that experts and criminologists would later try to dissect for clues into his identity. On July 31st, 1969, the Zodiac sent a letter to the San Francisco Chronicle that included a 408 symbol cryptogram, which, when solved, revealed a chilling message expressing his enjoyment of killing. This cryptogram was the first of many. However, it would be another year before the police received any significant breakthroughs in the case. In late 1969, the Zodiac claimed responsibility for the murder of a young couple, Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard, at Lake Berryessa, where he approached them wearing a hood with a symbol on it, similar to the one he used in his letters. The horror escalated as he produced a gun, and after binding them, he stabbed Hartnell multiple times and shot Cecilia, solidifying his status as a notorious killer. Astonishingly, Hartnell survived the attack and provided a detailed account of the event, which included a sketch of the Zodiac's distinct costume and markings. As news of the attacks spread, the Zodiac's notoriety grew, and the public was consumed by both fear and fascination. By the end of 1969, the killer's reign of terror seemed to peak when he murdered a cab driver, Paul Stein, in San Francisco on October 11th, a crime that solidified the Zodiac's reputation as a ruthless predator. Just unlike his previous pairs of victims, Stein was alone, and his murder was marked by a shocking level of brutality, as the Zodiac shot him in the head and then stole his wallet. The investigation into these murders was further complicated by the Zodiac's continued correspondence, with letters sent intermittently up until 1974. In these letters, the Zodiac not only described details about his murders, but he also challenged police to apprehend him, often mocking their efforts and hinting at further violence. Despite the extensive media coverage and the public's demand for justice, law enforcement agencies struggled to connect the crimes and identify the killer. Numerous suspects emerged over the years, from acquaintances of the victims to notorious figures such as Ted Kaczynski and Charles Manson, but none could be definitively linked to the Zodiac string of murders. One of the most cited suspects is Arthur Lee Allen, a former school teacher who was known for his violent tendencies and had been institutionalized for child molestation. While Allen's behaviors and patterns aligned with some aspects of the Zodiac's profile, conclusive evidence remained elusive, and he passed away in 1992 without ever being charged. In the years that followed, the Zodiac Killer became almost mythical, inspiring countless theories, documentaries, and even the critically acclaimed 2007 film Zodiac, which brought renewed attention to the unsolved case. The mystery of the Zodiac Killer also sparked interest in the use of forensic science and criminal profiling, leading to advancements in how law enforcement approaches serial killer investigations. With the advent of the internet, amateur sleuths began examining the case in unprecedented detail, sharing findings and theories in online forums dedicated to unraveling the enigma of the Zodiac. Cryptography enthusiasts were particularly fascinated by the Zodiac's complex ciphers, two of which were decrypted in 1969 and 2020, shedding light on the mind of a killer who thrived on intrigue. The decrypted ciphers revealed his twisted thoughts and hints about his identity, but the other two still remain unsolved, inviting speculation and debate among enthusiasts and experts alike. Could these unsolved codes hold the key to the Zodiac's identity? Or are they simply the musings of a deranged mind meant to distract and confuse? The Zodiac's last confirmed letter was sent in 1974, but reports of sightings and possible connections continued for decades, with numerous claimed encounters reported by witnesses throughout California. For law enforcement, the Zodiac Killer exemplified the challenges of catching a serial offender who thrived on manipulation and public fear. Between the lack of DNA evidence at the time and the Zodiac's ability to remain anonymous through clever correspondence, many investigators felt they were constantly one step behind. As the years turned into decades, the attempts to solve the Zodiac case have remained a priority for both amateur and professional investigators. Unsolved murders and cold cases are often revisited with new forensic techniques, and in recent years, advanced DNA analysis has rekindled hope for a breakthrough in the Zodiac case. Law enforcement agencies have employed these modern techniques, hoping to find a genetic link or a familial match to the Zodiac Killer, who would now be well into his 90s if still alive. Yet, despite the advancements in technology and the wealth of information available to law enforcement, the Zodiac Killer has remained uncaught, a ghost of his former self. The legacy of the Zodiac Killer lives on, not only in true crime lore, but as a stark reminder of the complexities of criminal investigation and the darkness that can lurk in plain sight. The case has had a profound impact on popular culture, sparking numerous books, films, and documentaries, each attempting to unravel the threads of this chilling narrative. As we delve into the psyche of the Zodiac Killer, we are left grappling with the questions that have lingered for over 50 years. Who was he? What drove him to commit such heinous acts? And perhaps, most hauntingly, could he still be alive today, walking among us, hidden in the shadows of his past? As the search for the truth continues, the Zodiac Killer remains an enduring symbol of our collective fascination with the macabre and the unsolved mysteries of human behavior. His unsolved case serves as a lasting reminder of the unpredictability of evil and the challenges in seeking justice for the victims of senseless violence. The stories of Betty Lou Jensen, David Faraday, Darlene Ferrin, Michael Mageau, and Paul Stein echo in the annals of true crime, a haunting testament to lives cut tragically short. The Zodiac Killer's cryptic letters and his taunting demeanor reflect not just a desire for notoriety, but a deeper need for control and fear, a psychological profile that continues to puzzle experts. The enduring quest for the Zodiac Killer reminds us of the importance of vigilance, community awareness, and the relentless pursuit of justice, even in the face of darkness. As we reflect on this chilling chapter in American history, we are left with the undeniable truth that the search for the Zodiac Killer may never truly end. Each new generation of detectives, historians, and amateur sleuths will carry the torch, determined to shine a light on the shadows of the past and seek answers that have eluded us for decades. Thus, the legacy of the Zodiac Killer is not just one of horror, but of the unwavering human spirit that seeks closure and understanding, even in the most perplexing of mysteries.